What is up, everyone? I want to welcome you all to this meeting that I have with my friend here, Teagan. Teagan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Doing fantastic, bro. So yeah, Teagan, I just want to come on here with you today and then kind of talk a little bit about what your journey looks like, joining the program, how YouTube worked out for you. So before everything else, though, Teagan, could you please introduce yourself to the viewers and like who you are as well as how we met?
Well, my name's Teagan Watson. I found Danny through his Instagram, of course, and yeah, I started about 2 months ago. Been on the grind, and I'm just I'm grateful for everything he's provided for me so far.
Solid, bro. Yeah. So I think like we met like right now we're at like September, so like July-ish. It was still like summertime, school is off, and that was kind of when we met. So like back then, bro, like why did you want to get into YouTube automation in the first place and like to be able to make an extra income off of YouTube?
I just wanted to seize the opportunity as quick as possible. I want to grind now, so in a few years, say like 3 4 years, I don't have to like worry. These are like the prime years to start and get in the game as soon as possible.
Love that. Yeah, because like everyone says, like, oh, we have so much time. We can always do this later, but like time is one of the most valuable assets, but that's only if you use your time correctly, right? Like if you say you have all the time in the world, but you don't take action towards the right steps, then you're like almost wasting your time, and that's not your most valuable asset. It's using your time correctly to do other things that can give you a higher return on investment that will do you good. And so I remember like when we had our first call together, like it was like very skeptical. So like I want to ask you this, Tegan, like did you have any doubts of working with me? Scared, fear? Because like at the end of the day, bro, everyone has some sort of fear to a degree, to get into something new and invest into a new era in their life. So yeah, talk to me on that a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I really was. The first little call we had, and getting enrolled into it at first, it's a little like you're like, oh, is it gonna like work out? Is it all hyped up to be? And I took the leap of faith. Of course, I was skeptical at first because main like only like factor holding me back was thinking it was a scam or something. But
Yep.
yeah, it's not. It's 100% legit. I can testify to that. Um,
Cool. Yeah. So I want to ask you this, Tegan. Obviously, like a lot of people, I don't blame you for thinking it is a scam because like there's so many people out there who literally just pitch you something. The moment you pay them or you take their money, they just block you, all that stuff. So was there any reason in specific that you just went with it anyway? Was it like that gut feeling you had, or you trusted in like the results that I was showing on my Instagram, or did you just kind of like impulse action do it anyway?
what pushed me into believing you is everything you show me on your YouTube, and the fact that you're so willing to show us, like, share your screen over the call and show us everything, show us what it's all about, like show that it's real. Seeing all the stats, like I think at that point, you're making like $250 a day, so like I could see that. Refresh the page a bunch, like refresh it, showing me like well on call with me, talking to me live. Like you can't like fake that, so it's just unfakeable. You can't fake it. So
Love that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the goal is like to be authentic, genuine, and like actually be here to show you like, hey, making money on YouTube is possible. Again, I do want to kind of reference this though, like anything that requires huge success and like greatness always comes by hard work, time, and patience. Like it's impossible for you to make $250 every single day, 2 days after joining or like 2 days after starting YouTube. It would probably take you a good few months if you're doing the right steps correctly and consistency. So in all, like you have to be able to almost, in a sense, not panic, but like have the urgency to get results as fast as you can and put in the work required to get there, but also have the patience to understand that, hey, this is not going to take a few days. It's not going to even take a few weeks. It'll take probably months to get to a few hundred a month and then a few thousand a month and then also eventually to then 5 figures a month. So I want to ask you this, Tegan, like what did you feel the experience was like and how did everything go kind of within the first few weeks of joining and what did we kind of get done?
yeah, so in the first week, you just get used to being in the chat with everyone, going to the group calls, learning a bunch. Like right off the bat, you start learning. The most I learned was in the first few weeks. After that, you get your channel within a week or two, and then you can start personalizing it to your liking. I really enjoyed that aspect of it because it's just like you have your own channel, and then And then you have weekly calls. Those are really helpful. And I'd say like 2 3 weeks I had 100 videos up, 100 plus videos up.
Jesus, good
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
bro. You're
pretty.
definitely
It's a really
building.
really
Yeah,
fast
you're
process.
on the fast pace, bro. 2 months in as well. Like you're still super early on in the YouTube game. So how long, like during this whole process of being in for like 2 months of actually building your channels, making sure that you're growing properly, building the teams. I guess like yeah, what does your current stats look like on your channel in terms of overall views currently, RPM, total revenue per day? In the most realistic manner, after 2 months of starting, what does those kind of numbers look like for you?
Yeah, so yeah, I looked at those today. I'm sitting at about 910 views a day. RPM, so the amount I get per thousand views is a little under, like I think it's 3.99 or 3.90, $3.90, and then so that puts me at around like $3.90. But it goes up and down, it fluctuates. So it can be any high as like $7, as low as like $3 or something. But yeah.
Got you. No, yeah, that's definitely like a super realistic, and I like how it fluctuates. So you can't just say like, oh, I make $5, $10, $15 every single day. Exactly, because obviously you're not based on how many hours you put in. It's based on the results you can get, which is the views that you can get, how well your RPM is, which is kind of based on who your audience is, and like all that nitpicky details we can go about like later on in another day. But I mean, like, bro, 2 months in, having a bunch of videos up on your channel already, having the system and structure laid down. You have a freelancer team, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So like you have basically the system, the foundation laid down. All you have to do now is to scale. So how confident would you say, Teagan, you would be able to make, let's say, an extra 3,000 to 5,000 per month, which is like, I don't know, 100-ish to like maybe $150 per day. Do you think that's possible for you? And how confident would you say that is within the next, let's say, year? If you were to keep following the program, join the coaching calls, and then making sure that you're doing everything correctly and staying in check with us.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot actually. And my plan is to, in 6 months or 4 months, like 6 months after getting it, my $50 a day, which I think like I can probably like that I can definitely get that, maybe even more. And then in a year, yeah, like it's scalable. It's like exponential. So maybe even like 200 in a year, like a year from now, like 200 a day. I feel like it's pretty feasible. Um, if I if you do put in the work, because it isn't free, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing that comes, it takes money to make money. And I definitely think like your goals right there is possible. $50 a day within 6 months is 100% doable if you just keep on like scaling correctly. I would say, bro, like, would you say, and would you agree with me? Like the first, I would say month is usually the slowest because that's when you don't know anything. That's when you're setting up all the systems and getting the workflow ready. And then it's kind of slowly compounds and snowballs over time. Would you agree with me on that? Or would you kind of say it's more of like a hit or miss, throw a shot in the dark, and then one day you're doing super big numbers, the next day you're not? Which side would you say it's more towards?
No, you definitely see it. You definitely see it coming. Like you're either like you're doing your research and you're like, yeah, this topic, like it's going to do good, and like in a week it's gonna show stuff. Or like, so it's definitely not like you don't know anything. It's definitely like calculated choices. Like you need to do your research. You need to be confident in yourself, and if you do that and you do it right, you see the results you want.
Yeah, love that. I definitely agree with you on that. And like, bro, $200 within the first year is like $200 per day is doable. Like within my first year, I scaled to like $300 a day. So I would say if you just literally double down exactly what you're currently doing, because you know the system, you know the knowledge, you just have to kind of let patience ride the wave and then get to your goals that way. But overall, I want to ask you, like, what's your opinion on like the coaching structure as well as the support that we have within the program and making sure that you're doing your things, accountability? How does that kind of, what's your opinion on that?
In my opinion, I like it personally because you have your own freedom. Like you can do what you want, but there are checkups. If you're like confused on something, or you don't know how to do something, you're unsure about if this topic's so good, or if any question, like 4 times a week, you can you can get help and set yourself on the right track. So you're never in the dark for long, and also you can just like talk to anybody in the chat and get help very fast, and you have like pretty much endless resources to help you through it. I really like that part of it. And then at the same time, it's very like fulfilling being able to show everyone your results and put in the chat, yo, look at this, and everyone
Yeah.
hypes you up, and then And then you're like, yeah, bro. And then they show you their stuff, and then you're all winning together. It's very
Exactly.
good.
Strong ass community. I love that, brother. I love that. And I do appreciate you saying all that stuff. So hopefully we can see more wins later on, because like, you know, the wins section, the wins tab inside of the server, everyone's posting inside of it whenever we do win. So that's amazing to see. Last question for you then, brother. What would you say personally to anyone who was exactly in the same position as you 2 months ago? You know, on the fence of joining Search Accelerator, starting their YouTube channel, getting into Evergreen YouTube Automation, but they're just afraid maybe like I'm a scammer, or they think that YouTube automation is fake, or they're just scared to invest. Any sort of doubts and fears, like what would you say to them?
Honestly, the biggest thing that I would have needed to hear 2 months ago is probably just give it a try. You can get your proof from maybe like this, or from Danny himself, you know, or anybody in the Discord if you somehow get them. But know how it feels, like you're just like hard set on like, a fuck, it has to be a scam. But that hard proof evidence of just it really helped to make the decision.
Amazing, because there's so many people out there, and I agree with what you're saying. Like, you don't want to get yourself into any sort of positions, right, that you think can do you good, but then you're not 100% sure, you haven't done your research yet. You want to be better, I guess, safe than sorry. But at the same time, if you don't take any actions towards your goals and get to where you want to be in life, it's never going to happen. It's not going to do it for itself. So it's all about starting with you yourself and your mission to actually get from point A to point B. So yeah, that's basically it for you, Teagan. I really want to appreciate you for joining this call with me, and also as well as talking to everyone. And so hopefully in the next couple of months, 4 or 5 months, when you're at 6 months down, when you're at $50 a day, we're going to run up another interview and see how everything's going from there. And then, yeah, bro, do you have any last questions you want to say or ask to anyone in general or to me specifically?
Nope.
Sounds good, bro. Awesome.
Really, actually. Well,
Cool.
yeah.
Sounds good. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. Teagan, I appreciate you, bro. Let's run you up to $100 a day, and then $500 a day, and then beyond. And so I hope you guys all a great, amazing rest of your day, and see you guys soon. Peace.